Cannot wait. I've been so pumped to use it. We're good.
Now we go, episode, not sure which one it is, but it's Monday. Big Uncle Zach, J.M. Holland,
No.
Mike Fauerbach.
Yeah.
That was like the fucking penguin from Batman Returns, or whatever that was back in the day.
I have the same build.
I saw you pull your pants up really high.
My mom's still not talking to me.
Because of that picture.
My dad's 75th birthday. My dad had my back on it too. And then the next day he's like, hey, your mom's really upset. I'm like, dude, you didn't care yesterday.
Everybody relax.
And then my mom, I was like, why are you?
My dad had my back.
I go, why are you so pissed? And my dad goes, you know, your mother made a good point that this might be my last birthday. Shut up. I said, we're meeting next week. You want to retake it?
Yeah, let's retake it.
75.
Yeah, that's
75.
deep. How old is my dad? I can't even. 30. So he's 67, that's not bad.
My dad's 53.
A lot of love on the Instagram. Not from my parents, though. My brother's like, fuck. He goes, we fucked off in every family photo.
Yeah.
He goes, that's what you've done since you were 10.
I know. I used to do the same thing. One time we went to Disney World and like they took a picture like medieval times, and I was like, yeah. My dad's like, what the? He's like, why would you do that? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I left the fridge on.
The fridge is on. So today is Monday the 13th of July. July 13th. And yeah, we had another finishers tournament yesterday, so that was pretty cool. Finishers 12 in the books in Copley, Pennsylvania. It was pretty dope. Tried to keep it low key, still 1 million people showed up.
Yeah, it was packed. It wasn't packed, but...
Well, imagine I didn't even tell a lot of people, or I just ignored a lot of messages, so sorry if you didn't make it, but I had the address up a couple of times and I made it disappear because, you know, we didn't want to have 1 million people and get it. It would have been cool if it got busted, I think, but also I didn't want it to get busted because I didn't want to like...
Look at all the other tournaments this weekend with their bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, there was a fight at the one in Houston, I think, and then, you know, stupid fight. The guys had no idea what they're doing. And then,
yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
Those guys look like a total idiot.
Yeah, and someone, I forget who said this, but it was like, you'll do everything to not fight during the match just to when the fight starts. Then you start a fight, and then, hold me back. You just had a chance to kick the guy's ass.
Punch him in the face, dude.
Yeah. So that was crazy, and then Chael Sonnen's Submission Underground went down, and we were talking about it on our stream yesterday. Me and JM did a lot of the commentary because Big J wasn't around, but...
I saw you guys were on that.
Yeah, I didn't really trust anyone else to do it. We know all the guys, so, and no one really gets mad at us if we talk shit, or if they do, we'll just, you know, but Big J is the man, so he was at that Third Coast, or whatever it's called, in Houston, but then Submission Underground, we were talking shit on how bad the refs suck at Submission Underground, and the dude, yesterday, Craig Jones, like one of the best guys in the world, and the dude had him in a rear naked choke, and he must have grunted. But he didn't even have him in a choke. He was just grinding his head, which sucks, believe me, especially if you have a back like mine. Like when someone puts you in that D7, like Jams were good at that one, you put someone in that shit, it's toast. I have to tap out right away. But if, I don't know, why did they...
He's a world-class grappler. Why is the ref tapping for you?
Yeah.
There's no reason to save a grappler. There's zero, like the ref's job in a submission-only tournament is to not exist. Like...
Who did that happen to in the UFC? That was a big... to do where they called it was Robbie Lawler.
Multiple times.
Robbie Lawler and Ben Askren.
Right. You don't save someone from a choke, dude. They're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it would take like 8 minutes or 6 minutes to kill someone with a choke.
Remember when...
It would have to literally be in the chokehold for like 5 minutes.
Remember,
unconscious.
Was it Michael Chisea also?
Yes.
Where the guy had his back and the guy's like, stop.
Over
And he's like, what the...
That's the problem.
Let
These
it
refs
go.
think they're famous. Like,
Yeah.
they are famous
Yeah,
because they're UFC refs or whatever, but like they try to get involved themselves in shit that has none of their business. Do your job.
Who was he fighting? That was like a turning point that if he won it would have put him up, his stock up. They were talking a lot of shit. Yeah.
But yeah, you're exactly right though. It's the same with the commissioner of Pennsylvania. Fucking guy wants to be, you know, oh, I'm the commissioner. Dude, shut up. You're supposed to keep the fighters safe. The fighters are the guys who should be famous.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Where he's just like, he comes in, he's probably like 5'3". He wrestled in high school, and he comes into a room full of fighters, like, everybody shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he just talks to people crazy. It's like, dude, let's snatch the life out of you anytime we want.
Yeah, I cannot wait until that regime is over, but that guy might have to like, I don't even know. I'm not gonna say, but there's something, that guy needs to leave. If he's ever gone, then someone else who's competent can take over. But these old, it's just like politics.
Every
These old
good fighter from
guys-
Pennsylvania leaves.
Yeah.
Every good fighter from there's no fighters from Pennsylvania because the UFC don't want to come here. There's no good promotions and like, there's promotions in Pennsylvania obviously, but they're not like, not any that I would want to fight for. Like I go to California when I want to fight, or I go to New Jersey when I want to fight,
Yeah, New Jersey's got it. They got the setup over
or
there.
New York or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, even their athletic commission, it's just fucking government getting in the way of bullshit, you know what I mean? Just getting in the way of our shit.
Yeah,
You gotta let us do our thing.
How about the place yesterday is a pro wrestling venue, right? Like, which is really cool. Guys were using. I heard like Eric Shaw and Big Ryan were just taking each other down for like 5 minutes over it, like 10 minutes just straight, just tackling each other.
Oh man, Ryan's match was epic. Did you see Ryan's match, our heavyweight?
No.
He fought this dude, big guy, and he just
Victor
wrestled the
Vaughn,
shit out. It was
yeah.
cool. It was a really good match.
He basically hit a rolling toe hold for a
Yeah, he tapped him with a toe hold. Yeah, yeah, really cool.
They were in the back. I believe it's the guy you're talking about. In the fucking ring, there was guys like drilling out in the ring.
Yeah.
It was the venue's really cool.
Yeah, the guy, but that's the thing. The dude let this happen because he's got nothing going on over there because the commission somehow is involved with pro wrestling, if that makes any sense. There was like 800 pro wrestling matches last year, and there was like 150 MMA fights, or even less than that. So that just goes to show you right there, like, they're running pro wrestling, but the MMA fights don't even want to do it. Now with these whack coronavirus rules, who the fuck knows, you know? No one, honestly, like, no one really said anything. A couple people commented on shit like, where's the masks, or whatever, about our tournament, but I don't know if they were just being facetious.
There was people wearing masks in the crowd if they
there were a
wanted to.
couple.
It wasn't like you guys were like, get those masks off.
I don't like that. Like I was at my baby shower. I was at the baby shower this weekend, and a few women had their masks on, and I just was like, just. Fucking stupid, man. You're outside. You're outside.
I know, man.
I shook everyone's hand. I made it a point to shake everyone's hand.
I like doing that.
I just give everybody hugs and shit. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what makes no sense at the grappling tournaments, the ref is holding two sweaty guys' hands and holding one up,
With a
and he has a
mask
mask
on.
on.
It's
Like,
so
you
stupid.
cornball.
We have to disinfect the mics every time we touch them.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
Joe
It's like,
Rogan and shit. You heard
guys,
that?
yeah.
I heard also too a couple times so what somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey man, do you guys got a bunch of hand sanitizer anywhere?" I was like, "No," and they're like, I just looked at them. They're like, "Oh, okay." Like, yeah. What do we need to pull some out of my ass? I don't fucking wash my hands in the first place. I never do. I never sanitize my hands. Like, even when you walk in Tanzos, they're like, "Hey man, the guy," like back before, now they don't care, but he's like, "Hey man, can you sanitize your hands?" I go, "Nah." I just keep walking.
Oh, the one girl at the gas station I go to, she gets mad at me because I just walk in every day without a mask.
Yeah.
You can just tell it just like totally pisses her off. I'm like, you're working.
It's
If I was working, I'd be wearing my mask. If I was getting paid by
Yeah,
somebody,
and if you care that much, don't work in a fucking gas station
Yeah,
with people coming in and out.
Well, that's the thing. Every business is gonna, because the guy who owns the place doesn't actually work there or ever show up to so he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to get sued. Everybody wear masks.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
There was a girl I walked into CVS to go get creamer and she had the mask down. I don't care, but like, don't give me shit about not wearing it.
yeah, I was at Quick Check getting a sandwich like last week, and there was like, I could tell I was getting looks from the ladies making my sandwich, and I'm just standing there waiting for my shit. And then over in the back by the coffee, there's another lady just with her mask down, working there with her mask down, like just rubbing her face, picking her nose. I'm like,
Well, I saw the meme.
Don't give me
I saw
shit,
the
dude.
memes started coming out for that, where they were like, "Don't judge us if we're working a 12-hour day and have to keep our masks on if we want to breathe for a minute." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, man!"
Yeah, here we
Now
go.
that shit's coming. Everyone's got a fucking.
People are running out of stuff to virtue signal.
Yeah,
They're
they
like,
really are. They really are.
What do quick? Let's go back to the masks.
Yeah.
and then there's like hype beasts on Instagram, like wearing Supreme shit, and it's
Yeah.
it's retard stuff. It's for retards.
People are like, "Why don't you have finishers masks?" I go, "We'll never have finishers
Never.
masks."
You don't even have a screenshot of that.
Nope, can't do it.
Won't allow it.
It's not there. It's not happening. So, and then guys are like, Another good
It's
one.
a comment for your face.
Another good one was like, I don't know if you guys saw this, but people were sending it to me, like I give a fuck, but they were sending it to me going, oh, didn't you see that one dude, this is not a joke or a meme, the one guy actually died, so all your anti-mask crap, you can put that to bed right now, because the guy put up like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask ever, fuck that, and then like a couple weeks later, he was like, oh, I'm not feeling so good, like, oh, I might have to go get checked for COVID, whatever, and then all of a sudden the guy died, and they were like, oh man, like, can you believe it? Uncle Zach looked into it a little bit. Guy's 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's 300 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not healthy.
So,
Yeah,
again.
the whole test, you gotta stick that thing up your nose. You have to wear a mask because if just the air particle gets into your shit, you're gonna get corona. But to test for it, they can't just swab the inside of your cheek. They gotta jam a Q-tip all the way into your brain. How do you know they're not putting something in your head?
I just don't want to let anyone jam something on my fucking
No, I'm not getting tested. Why would it? Are you sick? Oh, I kind of feel a little under the weather. They're testing you so they can get more money for
Right.
corona.
Yeah.
Right? Of course they're gonna say, oh, you're positive.
My buddy went. He had a double ear infection the week before, and then the following week he should have went earlier, but he didn't, and then he had a temperature. So he called his doctor to schedule an appointment. They said, well, with you having a temperature, you need to go to St. Luke's North because you could have coronavirus. So he goes there and he's like, hey, look, I don't think I have the virus. It was this ear, nose, throat infection. My mom, is a nurse. She told me this is more than likely what it is. And they were like, well, we're going to check for corona. They swabbed him, and then the guy came back, and he's like, well, can you check like my throat and my ear? And he just goes, well, we got to wait for the coronavirus test to come back. And then he's like, yeah, but what if it's not that? Can I get on some antibiotics? And he's like, we got to wait 5 days. And he's like, all right, well, what do you want me to do? Like, am I supposed to quarantine? Am I supposed to tell people? And the guy's like, yeah, quarantine. And he said it was the biggest half-assed bunch of bullshit instructions. And then he waited, and I was like, what happened? And he's like, well, they never got back to me. Here he had to go online, check his database, and then they told him it was negative, but he was like, now I'm still sick. And he's like, now I gotta go back to the doctor. When he's like, I went there for what was wrong with me. They made me get tested for corona. That whole thing was half-assed, and then now he has to go back to the doctor, but he already would have had his meds.
Clown shoes, dude.
Yep.
We're leaving for Texas on Saturday.
What time do you leave on Saturday?
Get me some brisket.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a cowboy hat and
Leave
everything.
Saturday morning?
Sometime.
Yeah, the
I'll have to check. I gotta check.
Tournament's on Sunday.
Tournament is, we leave Saturday morning, we get there. Shit, I should probably look that up, because I had to change our flights too, because they had it all fucked up. That's right, and I was just saying that because the whole coronavirus thing is such bullshit, dude. Like the whole quarantine thing, like we're leaving for Texas Saturday. People are like, you're crazy. I don't think I'm that crazy. Dude.
I am crazy.
I remember I did have to say
I
that.
am crazy.
I have to put that up.
The entire world is just, there's not many of us left.
Yeah, there really isn't, man. A lot of people here are falling for a lot of this shit, man, which is crazy.
It's a puppet show.
Yeah.
You watch Tim Dillon?
Yeah.
I love Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon and Andrew Schultz, my new favorites for everything going on.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen both got coronavirus.
So Schaub is positive?
Yeah.
He was positive, and I unfollowed him.
I'm done with all those guys.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Schaub is cool.
Yeah, I don't mind Schaub.
But like Theo Vaughn and I'm
done with them.
they're
Done with Theo
Callen, all them. That's
Theo
okay.
Vaughn,
Yeah,
he might be the
right.
fucking biggest fake piece of shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
all of a sudden he's never done anything wrong.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he's like, hey everybody, I'm done with cocaine. And
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Jesus. I'm not a weirdo anymore. Then you see these little pockets on King of the Sting where he's like coming out and being his real self, and I'm like, oh, you're actually funny. Stop pretending to be fucking. He sucks. Fuck
White
him.
knight douchebag.
Yeah, your hair
Get out of here,
stinks
dude.
too.
Yeah, he's out. Done. But what I was gonna say is,
Callen's a weirdo.
Brendan Schaub started taking. Yeah, isn't it weird how times change? That out of all those guys now,
Yep.
Schaub is the only guy I kind of like.
Yeah.
And I hated him. I hated him. Yeah.
Because he's being, we know why we like him is because he's being real.
Yep.
How about this? Also, too, this will be interesting, and all you, orange man bad guys are gonna get really pissed right now. But he started taking that drug that Trump was talking about, and everybody was so pissed. And then doctors came out and said it was bullshit. Doctor gave him hydroxychloroquine or whatever the fuck it is, and then he also took a vitamin drip for vitamin C or whatever for like 3-4 days, and it's fine.
Yeah, he was back up and running pretty fast.
Yeah, Callan's just got corona because
and he's dying over there.
He's in with the
pussy, yeah.
There's no way Callan doesn't.
Oh, I'm still coughing.
He's like talking, yeah.
He was so weird on his Instagram when he was announcing that he was corona pending, and then I was like, this dude. And then he was so weird with the D'Elia thing, and I'm like, I'm out on Callan.
Dude, he's a fucking weirdo.
They had they were saying that like it was gonna be they're gonna blackmail you basically, like when you get in trouble they're like, okay, you can get corona and disappear, or you can deal with these charges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Corona's a big red flag.
Yeah. Oh, he got interesting.
Everyone that's fucking children is getting coronavirus for some reason. Like all those famous people.
Yeah, remember Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks.
Ellen, right? Did she have it or
dude,
no?
all the shit I'm seeing, like everyone sees it now. I'm posting on my Instagram just some fucking asshole talking about putting baby blood on his face.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you look 50."
I saw that.
Yeah.
And then like, even if it was a joke, it went so bad. He was just like, ooh.
Yeah,
like,
no one thinks that's funny.
Yeah.
No one thinks that's funny. That you're fucking putting baby blood on your face,
Yeah.
you fucking freak.
Like,
Yeah.
And like,
dude, it's not like it's Opie and Anthony, like that platform you would
Yeah,
never say that on.
it doesn't. It's not even. I don't say that, and I try to push.
I'm
it.
just saying though, like
Yeah.
it's not like it's
What was
other
that on?
comedians.
Was that on Ellen?
It was on Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Daytime TV that I don't watch. I don't have. That's why I don't have cable.
You know what?
Ellen's site or her set on her show looks exactly like Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Same color scheme. That temple. It looks exactly like.
You know
that.
what? You gotta watch. Look up an interview that Ellen did with Kanye West. It's really weird, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It is so weird. Kanye West looks like he's fucking on some shit, or they're like, you know, a lot of people are saying that Kanye West for a while when he was really messed up and they had him all, and he was really overweight too. He was getting overweight. That he was on they were putting him on all types of shit, and they were trying to control him with some MK Ultra bullshit.
Yeah.
And then when you could see he was like kind of breaking on that Ellen show. It looked like he was kind of like, you know, coming to, like they would like give him cues almost, and he would say some shit, and then he would smile and be like, it's so freaky.
Like snap out of it.
Yeah, it's like he was going in and out of being like fucking like hypnotized, and then after that is when he started coming out. All of a sudden, I felt like that might have been his road to getting out of it, and then all of a sudden he got out of it. Now all of a sudden he's for Trump, you know, and they're like, oh shit, Kanye West is for Trump. That's weird, you know, and then also.
Started, what was the other thing he did then? He was for Trump. Then he went on and he did that really weird interview on, remember they were freaking out on him because he said slavery was a choice. He said some insane shit on, what was that on? It was on, what's that stupid show, everybody? It's like the famous people show. TMZ, yeah, it was on TMZ. And they were freaking out on, they were losing. He's like, you don't understand. Like, he was trying to explain himself, but it made absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
But, like, you're like, oh, shit, like, Kanye West is coming out for Trump. And then now he's running for president. He said he wasn't, like, totally cool with what, you know, some of the stuff. But some people think, this is what Tinfoil Hatcast said, that Kanye West's going to go out there and get a bunch of people away from the Democrats, you know, away from Biden to, like, you know, try to follow with him. And then when he realizes he's not going to become president, he'll just endorse Trump then, you know, so I don't know. That's just what they're saying. But that shit is weird. But that's what made me think of that Ellen shit. Like, Kanye, he seems like...
They're all just like fake as fuck, every one of them. They just pander to whoever they're in front of, and they're just like, if they're in front of this crowd, they're like, oh, my grandmother was Indian, like that Elizabeth Warren shit where she's like, she's Chinese or something, whatever she said. She's fucking dumb bitch. And she like teaches at Harvard and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
how is that
why would I
possible?
ever pay money to learn from a lady like that?
How is that?
Outta here.
I don't understand how people don't see this. Are people blind to the shit or what?
I don't know, man.
What are your thoughts on Wayfair? You think that's connected to all this
Damn,
shit?
that broke too.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that
It's obvious.
a lot of stuff
Too much
starts
weird
slowly. Stuff starts coming out now because this broad's in jail.
Yeah, that's what
You know
I
what
was
I mean?
thinking that yesterday when I started seeing it, but there was too much shit in there when I was reading it because I was talking to my buddy Jer and he said that they tried saying this shit when eBay first came out, and then I was like, yeah, but what about they're talking about, like, if you zoom in on the background of some of their shit and there's like books and they connect to like child molestation stuff before, and then if you enter the SKU numbers in and you go to images, it's all pictures of kids.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
It's all
There's
symbol.
too much
They need
weird
to.
shit.
They need to. It's like the vampire nightclubs in Blade. You know what I mean? They have their little codes.
Yeah.
Where they they know to look for this symbol or that thing, or they have to use it because otherwise, like, how are they going to do it? I mean, for some reason they need to tell everyone that they're doing it.
I think my brother, one of my brothers, really insanely into conspiracies. He was telling me the reason why, and there is a reason why that they have to do it like that. Like, according to they have to put it out there, and like that's why they do all those rituals on TV and all this stuff. They have to. It's like a thing where they're like not just trying to control people with it, but they have to, like, even that selling people online, like it's like a religion conspiracy thing where like they have to somehow, because of the devil shit, they have to put it out there.
They have to tell you, yeah.
Yeah, they have to tell you. It
It's
can't
like
be
a
like
vampire.
a hidden thing.
Like a
It
vampire has
be.
to ask to come into your house before they can't. A vampire can't just come into your house. They have to ask, and you have to let them in.
They say that with if you're into this spirits and Ouija boards and all that shit, like you can't just.
Why would all that shit exist? If
Yeah.
like it's why you think we just made that shit up? You think
Yeah.
people just made
Spirits.
vampires up to
Yeah.
for shits and get? No, vampires are fucking real shit. It's not like a person that sucks your blood and like tears your head off. It's a spirit thing. It's like
Yeah.
a energy.
Well, how about liquor? What is it? What are they called? Spirits.
Yeah, you're
Weird,
invoking
dude.
the spirits, dude.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, it's why people I know that are you think we're deep into this shit and you're like, I never knew that. And I'm like, dude, I know some people that are
Yeah, you're on the road. You run into
Yeah.
somebody.
I know
you're
some
like,
people that they quit drinking, and they used to drink all the time, but they quit drinking when they found that shit out. They were like, "Oh, dude, I'm done," because they thought, you start going down the road with it, and you're like, "Okay, I drank, I get drunk, I do things I don't want to do, lowered inhibitions," and that allows the evil to come in. They're like, "Nope, I'm done with it. I'm never taking a shot at tequila again." I'm
Yeah,
like,
Alex
"Damn,
Jones
that's
talks
crazy."
about a lot of stuff like that too, like your frequency or like when you put off that vibe, like when you're doing evil shit, you're lowering your vibration or whatever to like this certain thing, and then other people that do it like can pick that out on you.
Yeah,
You can sense shit.
It's total. I totally believe in that shit. It's just like when things are going good for you and they just keep going good, or when people are like, "Oh man, it just keeps going. Everything just keeps going bad for me." I mean, yes, sometimes that does happen, but a lot of times when you are putting off that frequency, I feel like it's just inviting other bad shit to happen or bad interactions. There's so many weird times that I've had where I've, what the one night when we had when Thad fought for the title, like our school, like I was living out of the back of the school, and I just remember like when Thad was fighting for like I think he was like 5-0, and he was fighting for like an amateur title, so we were like cornering him all the time, and I just remember just having this feeling like in the morning when I woke up, like of like. I still get that feeling all the time when we have a finishers tournament or Grace is competing or, JM or Thor are competing, like, and I'm there and it's like we get to just see everybody we know, and it's just such a positive environment that, like, I think it just, you know what I mean? And that carries on through the next couple of weeks because people are pumped. And then now we always do a good job of, like, putting shit next to one another. Like, we just did a finishers tournament, got done with that. Now we'll get heavy back into the business with the school, but then now we're going to another tournament this weekend. So, like, Grace got to watch everybody compete, get all fired up. Now we fly out to another venue and, like, we're on the big show, and a lot of the guys competed at the finishers, and the refs and a bunch of people that are there competing at this. So it's just like that type of, like, and just all like what me and you talk about all the time. Like now it's just that vibe that, it sounds corny, but that's that's why they say I'm vibing off that or whatever.
Yeah.
That's real shit. If you keep it going. But that's some crazy shit if you're on that negative blood drinking shit. Who knows, dude?
Yeah, dude, fuck these people. Seriously. I'm glad that shit's not around me, because if it was, I'd be like stamping it out with violence, dude. I'm
Yeah.
really good at it. Like, I got a lot of friends that are good at it too. Like,
We
that
don't
would
know.
just be
We
like-
just don't know about it. We just don't know about it.
Yeah. They're lucky that it's not, like, seriously, if anyone ever brought that shit around, like if someone said some weird baby blood joke in my school, I'd be like, get the fuck out, dude, you weirdo. Like,
Yeah.
you pick up on that. We don't even let people on the mat. It's like when someone comes into the school, you can tell, like, right away. Like, I'll just say, like,
Nah.
I'll be like,
Not that
nah,
guy.
not this guy,
We've denied a couple of guys just recently that were, like, interested in training with us that had negative attitudes, or we just knew about them in the past. I'm not saying we won't give you a second chance, but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
sometimes it's not
ruin.
worth the
I'm
headache.
not gonna ruin our vibe at our school over just giving some guy a chance. It's not. It sounds selfish, but it's not.
It's like throwing shit in a fishbowl.
We have so many good people. Like even with the dude, how many people are picking up the mats, dropping off the mats, setting a place up, filming, coming through, saying what's up. You know, just the whole nine. Like, and then we put one guy in that fucks it all up for everybody, and we just can't do that. There's a vetting process. You know, you can't let those people in, man. You can't let those people in.
UFC was sick.
Oh yeah, I didn't even watch.
It wasn't
them,
that
so
good.
You guys break them down. I
I
have no
thought
idea.
I was let down by it, but I was also on edibles and was drinking margaritas.
Yeah, we had a good time. We were at Keystone hanging out and stuff, and people show up with their masks on. I make fun of them.
Who showed up?
Jake Caroli showed up with his mask on. Shout out to Jake. He was all decked out with chains on and shit. Had his mask on. He's like, I'm downstairs. I'm like, take that mask off, dude. But yeah, he was there. But Grace was there. Her sister was there. Emily was mad at me because I was kind of picking on her boyfriend because he was kind of like a casual. He was like watching the fights. He's like, he was watching the fights, and he's like, by the end of the night, if you watch all those fights, by the end of the night, you're like, you were kind of tired of it, you know. And he's like, this is why I only watch McGregor. And I'm like, dude, don't ever say that out loud. Like, you can feel that.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. You can feel that, but
Well,
don't ever say that out loud.
I talked to my buddy the next day, and I was like, were you let down by the fights? And he's like, it wasn't that we were let down. They made it seem like it was going to be the best fucking fights ever. And then they were super technical. And then I was just like,
yeah, just
like,
a bunch of kickboxing matches. Not even really kickboxing. Like,
there was really only one big KO.
The title fights are for the title. Like, guys are trying to like win by an inch.
Jan and Aldo was cool, and then he finished him in the
Dude,
fifth.
I didn't even really pay attention.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And then they just kept repeating himself, and by the time it was Jorge, and I was just like, we just got done watching Holloway go 5 rounds.
The same thing, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't think he lost.
What
I thought it
happened
was
in
shitty
Holloway?
judging.
The guy just kept kicking his legs again? Or
Holloway
what?
got robbed.
Yeah, I mean, Holloway was up easily 3, like, which is dominating. But for 3, would you say the first 3?
Yeah.
And then
I really don't know.
But yeah, I mean,
really don't know.
And then by the time Jorge came on and I saw what was going on there, I was fucking coming in and out. And then
I'm glad that I fell asleep and then I woke up at like 10 something and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. And then I was like, you know what, dude, I gotta get up early tomorrow and make sure all this shit's together. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going back to bed. And I was checking out of one eye, just updates. But then in the morning, people were like, I didn't get home till like 3.
Yeah, it was a long night.
What?
Yeah, I think they all. The only one that didn't go 5 was Paige got choked in the first round or armbar. I forget
Singh
what it was.
got armbarred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thug Rose won. I like Thug Rose.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was
won,
excited
but
she won.
That was a close fight too.
Yeah.
Her eye was all busted up. I can't really say like that I'm a fair judge of it because I wasn't. You have to like watch.
Yeah. So I was listening to these guys talk about the judging and stuff too. Me and I was talking to Andrew about it. We were thinking about getting whoever. I mean, I don't know what's going on with it now, but Big John McCarthy and then Herb Dean has a school too for reffing and judging and stuff. And I'm just thinking long term, like,
Yeah, I'll do that.
what else could I do that could just give me some passive income that I can help infiltrate?
Well, I'll watch fights for free, so why
Yeah.
not make money?
Yeah.
And I'm a better judge than all these crusty white people.
Exactly. So we could help. We could be the change that everyone needs. It's not the
I
change.
mean, wrestling shouldn't even be like points in a fight.
Yeah.
Like, wrestling is a means to an end. Like, if you're like Kamaru Usman and you're just jamming dudes up against the cage, like, I get it, like, you're wearing them out, but you got to try to finish the fight. I mean, he won the fight. But I don't know. It's just like, if you're gonna wrestle and hold the whole time, it's just ugh.
I figured it
Watch
was going to go
wrestling.
that way, but I was also hoping it didn't. And
'Cause
then I saw it and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're wrestling the whole time, I don't know. I can't really bitch about it because you got to stop it. It's like it comes in waves. It's like for a while it'll be like cool shit going on, and then all of a sudden the wrestlers come out of nowhere and just smash everyone, and then they figure it out. Like, everyone's gonna need to learn jujitsu off their back eventually.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be like, I need a guard eventually. One of these guys, you know.
You know what video I want to do next is get like ways to get up from the bottom. Like, if you're an MMA guy, like, and you get taken down.
Yeah, I've been
escapes
training.
and ways to
I
get
went
up.
and trained at Tiger Schulman's HQ the other day. I was training with like Shane Burgos, who just got fight of the night or fight of the year almost against Josh Emmett.
Damn, I gotta
2
go
weeks
back
ago.
and I'm gonna remind myself. To
And then
watch that.
Jimmy Rivera was there. He's at Fight Island right now. He's like number 3 bantamweight in the world. So I was training with those guys and like a bunch of teams. Those guys are strong as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really focus on the jiu-jitsu aspect, so like I can help them with that. And I think they're even going to be fighting 10th Planet guys, so I can help them, but that's where I got my start. But yeah, I'm going to go train with those guys. They're all yoked, and they're like we just did wall wrestling for like an hour and a half. We just did wall wrestling with those guys.
Yeah, that'll tire you out.
And I brought Thad and probably like four of our best guys, MMA fighters. And we were training and stuff, and like we were just doing so much different shit than they were. So they were like, "Yo, let me show you, show us stuff." And I was talking to Tiger Schulman and shit, who's like, he's like a striking version of Eddie Bravo. Like if there was like a, he's just not, he don't get any clout really because he's kind of in the background. But I know my martial arts masters when I see one. You know what I mean? He's about as legit as it gets. And then we were up there training or whatever. What was my point? Just, yeah, those guys are so good at popping back up. Like Thad, we were talking on the car ride home, and Thad's like, those guys are so good at getting up. Because they want to box. They want to kickbox you. So their whole thing is, we're going to stay on our feet. We're going to be so hard to take down. And if you do take us down, we're just going to pop right back up. That's how most guys handle it. Where, a guy like me or Zach is like trying to use their guard to, like if I'm dangerous on the feet, and you want to take me down, you got to deal with my guard now. Like that's kind of how Nate Diaz deals with it. Like he's got a sick guard. Like people might knock him down, but they won't go after him and go get him a lot of the time. You know what I mean? Because his guard, he might armbar you, triangle you.
People got wise to that shit because they did knock him down, or they just take him down, and then he'd end up either submitting them or reversing them, taking their back or some shit.
Yeah, don't jump in the guard. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of, I got to go lift weights because watching that finishers tournament, man, it's like all my guys. It's like it sucks because like I had to. It doesn't suck. I'm glad I have students that can fight. It's just I watch them and I'm like, man, that's the same shit I'm working on right now. Like, guard passing. Like we got to work on our guard passing, on how to not get your leg locked
entangled
in leg spaghetti. We got to stay out of the leg spaghetti. Mm-hmm. Watch the Rotolos. How they kind of jump in and out. How they pass, smash. Like take the back. Like we're good at arm bars and back. You just got to get there. We got to pass the guard. Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy to me, like, and I said it yesterday, but like it's where guys will get bored when I'm like showing like a lockdown.
Yeah, I can tell guys I'm like, dude, this is so fucking important.
Or
I just
a
learned
side
this.
control position, like getting out of side control or just holding someone down in side control. Like I was doing
I gotta go, guys. I gotta potty.
Yeah, if you gotta head out.
All right,
I was doing stuff like that. Yeah, guys just get like it's because it's not flashy, so it's not fun. You know what I mean? It's not as fun. But you got to have that like grind mode on where you can just hold someone down and pass their guard and take their back and choke them out. Like when you're standing over top of somebody, you can't just let them pull their legs all over your legs. Like that's why you see so many leg locks. Guys are definitely getting better at defending the leg situations, but eventually you keep playing with fire, you're eventually going to get burned. That's what those guys are doing. They're just going to spam leg locks at you. It's like if you had a Sega controller and you just kept hitting the C over and over and over and over again, and you just, you can't break the guy's like, constant punch.
Yeah,
that's
Street
like what
Fighter.
it is.
If you got down in the corner and did the bottom, bottom leg kick,
and you're like, no, he's hitting me, he's chipping away, and I can't move.
That would cause the fist fights.
Yeah,
in the household.
that would piss me off. But I don't know. Besides that, I mean, it's just cool to have those events. But now we're gonna, we really need to. I mean, we always say this, but we really need to look into getting if we had a fantasy factory, like a Finishers Never Again fantasy factory, dude, where we had shit. We just had room to just have events, blow shit up if we wanted to, light shit on fire, smash things, throw people off the ropes. Like we just need a wrestling ring, a cage, a mat area, a fucking podcast. Like I don't know.
It's all doable. It's just finding the right spot. I wouldn't be opposed to moving this into a warehouse if we got a warehouse.
Yeah.
And you have multiple. I mean, all you'd have to do is find just a giant wide open space that you can cut up and chop up. And like you said, you put, we could put the studio in the back, make it 100% legit, soundproof it, have an area where you can hold events like the Finishers. You can have jokes and chokes.
Yeah.
You can kind of just, BYOB, do your own thing.
Yeah, if we had a stage, dude, and it was private property, I mean, that's why we got away with this venue here, because the cops did come.
They did?
They came. But it wasn't because of the place necessarily having a lot of people. It's that there were a bunch of people who were like bunch of Karens outside with masks on taking pictures of cars. I was like, oh,
was
really?
it really?
Yeah. Because cars were like, they were saying there was too many people there. And then but I mean, who knows what they were saying. But they were also like, I think they were pissed at where some of the cars were parked.
Yeah.
You know? So, but then the owner of the venue started.
Who gives a fuck?
They were videoing the cars, and he started videoing and taking pictures of them, and then they kind of buzzed off. So, but I saw an old guy when I went out to pee outside, which he was also kind of perturbed at. But that's what I'm saying. We need a place where we can pee and smoke weed outside or inside. And the guy was walking, or the guy was driving through as like an alleyway, and he like had a mask on. He was like looking at me. I'm like, dude, mind your own fucking business.
Yeah.
What is this? How am I affecting you at all? I'm sorry, but I just don't see the connection. When they're like, you're going out and you're having all these people, and they're you want you know, it's the same old story. Like you just want people to die. I'm not interacting with anyone who's 300 pounds or 70,000 years old, or that's sick.
And everyone who wanted to come there, it was on them whether or not they wanted to do it.
We had everyone sign a waiver, even the spectators. People brought kids, dude. Some people brought their kids. That just leads me to believe people. I mean, shit. I'm not worried about it. You know. I'm really not. I don't want to be like that meme guy or whatever the fuck that thing was coming up with, but I got to live my life, man, and I'm pushing the boundaries. We've always been like that,
Yeah.
and that's the way it is. I'm not, I don't know.
It's just, you know, it's like people complaining about it and whatnot, and it's like, look, man, like you'll have somebody be like, oh, man, you guys shouldn't have done that tournament, but then they'll go out to eat.
Right.
And then have a mask on only when they walk in the building, and then they're around 60 fucking people in a restaurant, but just because you're a table away, it's like, if you're going to go do that, don't tell me that the shit I'm doing isn't, you know.
It's just the bottom line. People should just mind their own goddamn business.
It's the same people who are like, wear that mask. You shouldn't do finishers tournament. Oh, by the way, my entire family, we're getting a beach house and we're going down to New Jersey. Oh, it's okay if you once you want to do something, it's okay. But as soon as then you want to yell at other people. It's like, mind your own fucking business.
I don't care what anyone does.
Yeah.
I really don't. It doesn't. Maybe is that weird that I really do not care.
Yeah.
I'm not like thinking like, oh man, like unless like we always talk about the stuff that's going on now, like unless someone was hurting a kid or hurting a woman or something, you know, I don't care what you do whatever you want, man. This is what this country was supposedly built on. People being able to have those freedoms.
Look at how many people drink and drive, and you think you're going to get people to wear fucking masks?
Yeah, give me
There's
a break.
so many people doing dumb shit all the time, and then all of a sudden now it's like, oh man, we need, you know, and then it's like none of the numbers are correct.
Yeah, I did say that like about maybe it was I was like. I was thinking, or maybe someone else. I can't even remember whether I said shit anymore or someone else said it. That's how my memory is going because I'm losing it. But someone was like, I think it was someone else, but they were like, you know, you're over here fucking telling me to wear a mask. You drink and drive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't.
That's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
I don't.
It's
I know I don't.
It's very hypocritical, and it's like if you want to say something to me, and you've sat in your house this entire time, and you're still quarantining, and you get your groceries dropped off, and you're still wiping shit down. Like there was a point where they were saying you had to keep your groceries outside for 2 weeks, then you could take your groceries. Then people just didn't want to do that anymore, so then they just stop. And it's the same old shit where it's like nobody's posting about fucking George Floyd anymore, and it's just like, all right, well, what happened to everyone caring?
Yeah,
and then it's just like, and then it's just like now you have nothing to care about. So now it's this mask bullshit.
Yeah, we're back to the mask because they're running out of stuff. But then also what everyone forgets is now we're left cleaning up all the fucking mess from all this bullshit.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, who do you think's paying for it? Who's paying for that?
And then like everyone bitched, oh, Trump's anti-mask, and then over the weekend Trump went somewhere and wore a mask, and everyone's like, oh, now he thinks he's gonna just start wearing a mask, and I'm like, well, he's doing what you yelled at, and now you're yelling at him for doing it. It's just it's impossible.
There's no win. There's no win.
It's an impossible time.
That's why we just keep doing what we're doing. And anyone who like wants to, you know, vilify us or put us on blast for it, fine.
What ended up happening with the cops?
He came, he peeked his head in, he looked around, he's like, hey, down on the corner, you guys got to move these cars.
Yeah.
And then he went home.
That was it,
yeah. Because you know what? It's private property.
Yeah.
So once you own a building and land, they can't tell you what to do.
No.
You can't, like, that boggled my mind when they were saying, like, yeah, they showed up because of social distancing and they broke up a wedding.
If that was all law and that was all supposed to be things that we're not allowed to do, that shit would have been shut down yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
But they can't, it's not.
No, it's not, you know?
It's suggested.
Masks are not even a law. If your business wants to make people wear masks to go in, fine, I'll wear a mask. but you're not going to make me wear it at my business. You can't, because I'll refer everyone to how a bill becomes a law, and you can look that up. And it's Schoolhouse Rock, and it'll tell you exactly. It's actually, you know, I went back and watched it because I wanted to be up on this, so when I talk shit, I know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of steps before an actual bill gets signed into law. It's not easy. There's a lot of shit. A lot of shit to go through. So, you know, it's not, people are like, it's the law. You don't know what the law is. You know what I mean?
And it's so crazy. I'll listen to people who are like very into the virus. And I'm not saying you're dumb. I'm not saying that it's wrong that you're into the virus. But I see when people are like, oh, the media. And then when I see friends and family members who are controlled by the media, and everyone's already being like, well, that second shutdown. And I'm like, well, how many times was it hammered? Well, the numbers are going up. Well, the tests are going up.
Yeah.
People are being tested more. There's now, when this first happened, no one even knew where to go get tested. So then it's like, all right, well, now this is now coming. So now the second, the numbers, the fall. When did anyone ever care about the fall?
I know.
The fall, that's when people get sick. What are you talking about?
Guess what? I'll never shut my business down again.
No, and the other thing too is I started talking to, I deal with a lot of business owners. I have business owners that come in here, they want to sponsor the podcast, and I talk to the hairdresser, I talk to the skate shop, I talk to the ammo guy, I talk to 5 or 6, I talk to restaurants. No one can get anything, and it's like, if we shut down again, this is gonna fuck up things way past that are gonna be more fucking tragic to what's gonna happen with this country than fucking people getting sick.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm never shutting down again, and we're never wearing masks at the dojo either. So get that out of your fucking skull. We're not doing it.
Yep. I have a new sponsor, BTG Blasting. It's a good friend of mine. They just started doing pressure washing, and he just got licensed to do disinfecting for the coronavirus. And he's like, I'm gonna come down. He's coming today at 5, and he's like, I'll start coming down weekly and just do your. I don't care that he does that, but now if anyone fucking says one thing to me about doing podcasts down here, I am monthly being disinfected. So go fuck yourself.
And you know what? I'd like to talk to that guy too, because I'm not against cleaning. Like, that's what people are like, oh, what you're gonna, dude, you think we don't clean the gym? One of my main jobs is bitching at all of our employees about cleaning the fucking gym. Like, so guys, if you're listening to this, you're doing a great job right now. Before, not so good. Now
it would be
better.
easy for him to do it. And that's what I told him. I said, look, let me try and help you out. I'll give you a couple businesses. And I even brought you guys up. I'm like, I said, I don't think they would be opposed to it.
No.
He comes in, he had to buy the whole suit. He has to get the chemicals. And he said, it's all, friendly and shit. And he said, he's like, I just go in and I just hit everything.
Believe me, I'm number one for more cleaning in schools and dojos and places, because places are fucking disgusting. Ours is one of the most cleanest. And I'm not just saying that because I'm ask anybody, dude. Like, and that's why I get insanely mad when I come in and there's an overflowing trash can. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, I know it's my business, so I care about it. I'm always gonna, it's just like your car. Like, you care about your own car. Someone else isn't gonna like be taking major precautions in your car. You know what I mean? Unless you like, but a lot of people are using a gym, so it gets busy, but you gotta clean, I tell them, number one is teaching class, but right up next to number one is teaching class and being there on time and just the normal stuff is keeping the place clean. That's it. Like in Jordan Peterson's book, it's like, I know I read it a long time ago, but it's like number one is like clean up your fucking room, dude.
Yeah.
Like before you start criticizing other people, clean up your room.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean like your actual room. That just means like, yes. And I like that one quote where it says, how you do anything is how you do everything or whatever. I really like that because I want to have my shit clean. Like, yes, I'm a mess and I drop things and I break shit. Like I'm clumsy, but I want the place when you walk in, I want it to smell good and I want it to look good. Like fucking, I tell the guys all the time, vacuum the front. Like, how can you walk in and you see this, but they're not thinking because they're just like thinking about other things and they don't own the business. But I can't be there every second picking up crumbs from the ground. You know what I mean? JM too. Some days we're not there. So the other guys got to pitch in that are getting paid to work there. If everyone pitches in,
it gets done.
Yeah, it's quick and it's clean and it's fine, But I got to keep it, you keep harping on the rules for some shit, It's just the same with at the tournament. We had so much help. If it was only me and JM carrying the mats, we'd be fucked. It would take forever. But instead, Chris and Josh and, Andrew came to both places. You got different crew shows up to load it. Different crew shows up to unload it. We load it back up. You know what I mean? It's like guys and then because we have so much help is why it gets done. People are always like, man, you're killing it with the finishers tournament. I do a lot of the work myself, but man, I couldn't do it without the guys. I think JM took Andrew back to the airport. Guys are commentating, guys are bringing shit, guys are videoing, guys are carrying shit, guys are bringing a Fredo bar ice. You know what I mean? It's like all the little things. Like if I had to do it all myself, it wouldn't happen. It's got to be a team collective thing.
And then you're helping out businesses as well. Like Dee's Pickles was there all day.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, we do a lot. I feel like we do a lot for other businesses because they do a lot for us, and that's how it works together. And like I said, I'm for more. The whole thing was I'm for more cleaning. I want the place to be clean as a fucking whistle when you walk in. That's it. That way people aren't getting ringworm and all types of shit.
It's another card to have in your hand to tell somebody to fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Listen, and Al, shout out to Al. He cleans A+ Cleaning. He cleans our place, once every couple of weeks or every time we have a big open mat and there's a million people there, he comes in, does the rugs, does the back mat with like some Zamboni machine and stuff. It's really fucking cool, man. So yeah, dude, there's so many, sometimes we get negative, but there's so much positive shit going on. It's crazy. We're fucking rolling right now. We got more students, coming in, people coming in. So, listen, we'll take the half of people that are into it and we'll lose the half of people that aren't into it. Same with you. We got shit going on. And anyone who can't follow along with us or doesn't want to be a part of it like that, you're going to get left in the dust.
Yeah.
That's it. We got to keep going.
Something else to do. Go find another podcast to listen to.
Yeah, or find another, ledge to, I'm fucking, find something else to stand behind. Like what's cool about our thing is we're actually behind our own thing. A lot of people don't have nothing, so this is why they get into like, I'm going to be on the, I'm some rich white kid who's been rich my whole life, but I'm going to get on the Black Lives Matter thing. Or I'm some, whatever guy that my mom gave me a whole bunch of money and I started a business, but I'm out here for business. You know what I mean? It's like some guys just work a job and they got nothing to do. So that instead of getting involved in something like martial arts or starting your own t-shirt company or starting your own business, they fall into line of, well, I'll just sit back and talk shit because act like I know everything. It's like, shut the fuck up. You work at Sears, dude. You know what I mean? You're no better than anybody else.
Like when Killer Mike came out and then gave that speech, which was awesome, and basically he was driving the point home that like nothing's going to change till you start getting involved in politics and you vote, and it's like it's the truth.
Yeah.
If you just want to be like reposting and be like, damn, that was awesome what he said, and then you don't do like. It's falling on deaf ears. Like he's telling you, do something. If you care about this, go do something. Go vote. Go get involved in your. There's so many things that are like fucked up, and I don't have time to get involved in fucking Nazareth politics. Like people be like, you need to be on the board, and I'm like, you get on the board. You if you like the things that I like, you could go be a voice to it. But it's like, but if you're gonna just sit around and just repost shit and be fucking miserable because you don't have anything going on in your life and you hate your fucking job, fuck off and keep your comments to yourself.
Exactly. I love the guys who come out and go, well, the finisher tournament didn't have heel hooks the one time, or I don't know why they're doing. Hey, dude, start your own fucking tournament, dude. The reason why, exactly what you just said, the reason why we started the finishers tournament is because bozos like fucking Submission Underground got all this money and they're on UFC Fight Pass, but they got some fucking dumbass as the ref. Yeah. Like, hey, Chael Sonnen, you doing? Why do you got that guy? There's a million guys who know the rules better than that. That guy, what is that guy got pictures of like Chael Sonnen and fucking Jeff Epstein or something like that? What is the deal with that shit? And then Third Coast Grappling or whatever it's called, got people fucking fist fighting at their event. Get the fuck out of here. That's why we started the whole shit in the first place. We're like, fuck this, I'm doing my own thing. So guess what? I don't care what anyone, like this, me freaking out now is sounding like I care what people think. But really, we don't, like, because I will clap back at people because I got to, but, because it annoys me sometimes. It's like, dude, do your own thing then. Why are you so worried? I went and did my own thing in a lot of different ways because I never liked working for somebody or I never wanted to do it the way they did it. I'm like, dude, that sucks. Let's do our own thing. Like you said, if you're not going to get involved in politics, posting stupid shit on the internet is not helping anything. It's just pissing people off and stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Which we like to do too sometimes. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm really thinking about it, man. You know, we were just talking about doing the ref school and the judge school. Dude, JM would be a great ref, man. Like, I know he would be an awesome
Where
ref.
is it? How far is it from here? What state?
Vegas.
Yeah.
So we might have to go to Vegas for like a 4 days or some shit like that. And I think it's like $1,500. But dude, you have to like pass a physical test on like the moves and shit. How are people becoming refs and judges then?
What a great idea for a business.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that, see, I'm looking, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but I got double scoliosis. So my back is really fucked up. Like, it goes from my hip, it goes one way, like this, and then it goes like this. And then, like, there's a couple of spots where the discs are, like, starting to get close to touching. And then once that happens, there's no other thing but surgery, you know, to try to fix that. So, like, I'm really doing yoga and lifting and doing all this other stuff. In addition, I love jujitsu, so I'm going to keep training, you know, and then I'm going to do as much as I can as a coach. And, you know, I just want to be able to train. Now, dude, I don't care. I'm retired from competing. I'm not even worried about getting tapped or any shit like that. I'm just training and trying to be the best for the students. And then, again, giving back to the game as much as possible and trying to make some money at the same time so I can have a family and life. But that being said, thinking about the future, I'm like, what kind of thing can I get into that, like, is still involved in my sport, but I can help make a change or make a difference or have a voice. Well, right now I only got the voice on the podcast, which only people who like me are going to listen to, but I need to force myself. This is what I've been thinking about. I need to force myself out of my comfort zone into positions where I actually can make a difference, and it doesn't matter what people think. Because right now they could just be like, I'll turn this guy off. But eventually I want to be one of those guys that you can't turn off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, you have to listen to what me and the rest of my, you know, people who think like us are thinking. I know that's like a weird thing, but I want to listen, if these judges can go out there and be shitty and these refs can go out there and be terrible, we think we can do it better or in a different way and help change things. That's why we started the finishers tournament.
It's back to the point that I just fucking made.
Yeah.
If you guys are like, and it also is why they probably started that school. It's like you sit here and you're like, this isn't right. I know it's not right. And then now there's an opportunity for you to step up and make it better, and you are.
Right, exactly.
Or you can sit around and just keep being like, the judges suck. Or you could go be a judge, and then you start setting a standard for judging, and that like John McCarthy, like I'm sure that whole thing was like created from them being like,
this is ridiculous.
How many times has everyone, including Rogan or Dana White, ever said to them, how is there not something set up? They're like, look, now it's set up. Now we're going to start pushing the new breed of the judging coming through. And what if you want to change that going on around here locally? What a better fucking way. And that's what I'm saying is that step the fuck up and do something.
Yeah, everybody will just sit back, complain, and eat Cheetos. I'm trying to actually make a difference, and I feel
Cheetos.
like now that I'm getting to the point, I feel like I can make a difference, and I want to. You know? So, you know, especially because I don't got anything else going on. This is something I can invest $1,500 in or whatever it is, go to Vegas for a few days, become I don't even know if I'd ref or judge. I might just get the thing and come back and then use that as a leverage point to eventually become the Pennsylvania commissioner.
Yeah.
And then because that guy, you can't turn him off. You can't go over his head. You can't get him fired. I need to be in that situation. That is when real change comes.
But if you can now hold a tournament, or if he's saying that there's things like it's going back to what I said before, it's an extra thing in your arsenal of what you can use. So now if this commissioner says to you, well, Zach, this, that, and that, oh yeah, well, I'm a licensed fucking goddamn ref from Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, it's extra ammo for when people are trying to just shut, because people will just not let you do shit because they don't want you to do shit.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason the guy shut down combat jiu-jitsu, because he don't like me for some reason, because he probably feels threatened, because his resume is he wrestled in high school, and mine is, you know, in martial arts, not like I'm the greatest of all time, but I've just got the most experience that someone could have. Like, what more do you want? Like, that guy, has no experience, and he's telling me what's safe in martial arts? It doesn't make any sense. I've done over 6 or 7, maybe even 10 kickboxing matches, right? Straight kickboxing. I fought in the Golden Gloves, so I got 3 boxing matches. I broke boards. I used to dress up in a karate uniform, so I've done karate. I got a black 2nd degree black. Jam's got a 3rd degree black belt in karate. I got my 2nd degree, and then I quit. And then grappling, obviously jiu-jitsu, got my black belt under Eddie Bravo. We've been doing that for a long time. Fought pro MMA. I don't know. There's nothing you could tell me that I haven't done. I've trained a ton of wrestlers. I'm not a great wrestler, but I understand it. You know, I think someone like me would be a shoo-in, but no, they don't want you in. It's just like politics. You think the smartest, most qualified guy is not the guy in? What the? It makes no sense. I'm not even trying to I'm not trying to like drastically change anything. I'd actually think that I'd make it safer. Right now, they let people fight with no experience.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, listen, I'd make rules that you'd have to have 3 kick, because I'd make rules that you have to, and I would, it'd be like feeding my own system that I already have in place, except I don't have a kickboxing program or event. But imagine if I was able to make guys fight. I'd be like, okay, you need 3 kickboxing fights, and then you need at least 3 jiu-jitsu tournaments, some real low end deal, but you need 2 kickboxing matches or a boxing match. At least you know how to get hit or punched. So like guys are literally walking into an MMA fight, never even thrown a punch at somebody in their life, but you're going to do an MMA fight? You've never even thrown a punch at anybody besides in training. It makes no sense to me. You should have to do a bunch of kickboxing fights and do a bunch of grappling tournaments, and then you can make your MMA debut. And that also shows me that you really want it. You're not just going to do one fight and get KO'd and get hurt and never come back.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. They're leaving unqualified people in there competing. And they're leaving guys who know nothing about anything ref it and judge it. Makes no sense.
No. I don't know.
So kind of like the world, it makes no fucking bass backwards.
I think you guys should go out. I think you guys should go out and do that.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
only
gonna-
going to make
yeah.
things better. And like even with like what you could give to like even the guys who help out and ref at the finishers, where you're going to be like, hey, I learned this. Hey, we should be watching this. This is what's up to a standard. And then now there's more information in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and even for the grappling events, I mean, we did our own, and now I'm going to the highest level of sub only that you really do is EBI. I mean, look at all the guys competing, EBI and jiu-jitsu overtime. So I'll be at that event. So I don't know. I just got to keep being
When's
a
that?
bit.
This Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday on UFC Fight Pass. I don't know what time it starts, but it's from El Paso, Texas. Me and JM and Grace's mom is going, and I'm not sure if the other guys are going or not, but we'll be at the I don't know what, it's some arena thing in El Paso, which is right near the border, so I might have to make a run for the border, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm pumped for that, man. UFC Fight Pass, Grace Gundrum, Danielle Kelly, that's going to be sick.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that shit. So one last thing I want to talk about too, our sponsor, Rubber Guard Assassins. A shout out to those guys. Like, check out their Instagram, man. It's a really cool thing. Like, Instagram profiles, and you can make real money off Instagram, and I'm not making any money off Instagram. Well, I kind of am. We sell t-shirts and stuff, so you're kind of making money off the gram. But Rubber Guard Assassins, they didn't do it to make money or anything like that, but he did it to support 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu and support Jiu-Jitsu and show people. Because, dude, I learned a lot of shit from Rubber Guard Assassins. So if you're like a guy out there that listens to this podcast and you train Jiu-Jitsu, or even if you don't, you're just into Jiu-Jitsu and you watch it, you should follow them, because they put up Rubber Guard's like a way to play guard. If you've never seen that before, Eddie Bravo made it famous. A lot of guys, play it today really good. JM was just wearing a Jeremiah Vance t-shirt. Grace is really good at Rubber Guard. JM is really good at Rubber Guard. I love it because I got weird flexible legs. But you learn some cool shit from there. And a lot of MMA guys, like JM was saying, you're going to have to learn how to fight off your back eventually. And what better way to get involved in that? Because I learned out of books originally, which was hard as shit. I learned 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu out of books. Before I met Eddie Bravo, I bought his book and started reading out of there. So this is a fucking video site, an Instagram video site that'll basically show you all this shit. Move techniques, highlights, and they promote, what's really cool is they promote jiu-jitsu and they promote guys. So like, he's helped me out so much with just getting me followers and like stuff like that. And that's what, we're trying to do already. Now we don't have anywhere. He might have, how many followers do they got? Like 50,000 or some shit. It's insane. I mean, it's exactly what we do though. We're always trying to help each other out and bring each other up. 88,000 followers. So imagine when he posts up a video of me and Grace, or JM hitting an armbar or something from Rubber Guard, it gets us hundreds of followers. It's so awesome. So we really appreciate what those Rubber Guard Assassins does for us. So check them out on the motherfucking gram. If you're bored at home or you're taking a shit, you got 5 minutes, however long it takes you, and hit that.
35, a good shit.
35 minutes, yeah. I only took 45 minute shits when I used to work at the shop at GNS. They'd be like, it's 12:30, back to work. I'm like, all right, cool, I gotta take a shit. Come back out at like 1:15. Hey, what's going on? We unloaded 2 trucks, asshole. That's what they hear all the time. Where the fuck were you? I'm like, my stomach doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
You know?
Supplements that I got from here.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking guy. So, yeah, I don't know. What else is, man? That's pretty much all I got today.
Yep, I got tank tops coming in. I'm making a Summer of Rum tank tops.
Nice.
The Tom Wolf shirts will be done today. They were supposed to be done Friday. The shirts didn't get in until this morning, so they'll be printed, and I'll start shipping the Quarantine Wolf shirts will go out. The Summer of Rum t-shirts are pretty dope. I got to look at a second version of it, but I'll probably put those up Friday.
Nice.
Other than that, you can sponsor the show by contacting us, and we can give you information. And that's about it for me. NeverAgainStudio.com.
Nice, yeah. Want to train with us? FinishersMMA.com. We're blowing up at the school. We're about to fucking raise prices, man, because it's a kickboxing class the other night. Like, if you stepped on the mat, someone's going to roundhouse you in the nuts. You know, there's a lot of people on the mat. We're training. We got some police officers signing up now.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really cool, yeah. So, you know, we got a lot. Dude, morning class is stacked. Different instructors running class all the time. Like, we're bringing in high-level guys, so... if you're in this area, man, like, you don't have to be like, you know, we talk about the tournament and all the crazy stuff because we're like, you know, we've been doing martial arts forever. But if you're just like a casual guy and you want to come train, just stop by the school. Don't give me, I'm going to get in shape first, or, you know, we're not out to talk you into it. You know, we're just offering what we offer. It's on you to come check it out. You know, so come through the place and just sit and watch. Come train. Like, we got guys that are in their 60s training. You know, we got women, we got cops, we got weed smoking guys, we got every type of dude that you can think of, all different races, genders. You know what I mean? Just you gotta check that shit, man. You gotta come through, because we say this too, with all this evil shit going on in the world and all this, you know, people acting racist and, you know, this guy's racist and everything. You come to Finishers, dude, you don't hear none of that shit, man. You know, we got priests in there rolling. We got a priest. We got cops. You know, we got, you know, electricians. You know, we got, you know, stay-at-home moms. We got freaking construction guys. We got computer nerds. You know, all types of shit. Dudes who quit their job. You know what I mean? It's such a cool fucking thing, man. Everybody just interacts with each other. So if you're like, you know, trying to get off that negative vibe tip, come through the school. No experience necessary. And we see past all that bullshit. It's about the training. We don't give a fuck. You don't even talk about that shit. You know, we get it off our chest here on the podcast. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll just keep talking shit. I really want to wear that fucking. I really want to wear I need one of those hats.
I'll find out today.
Yeah, or I want one like yours too, the skipper hat, dude.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Gilligan's
I got that,
Island, John.
Where the fuck did I get that at? Last year for vacation. I got it at Spencer's.
Nice. Yeah, you got to get that for vacation.
We should see if we can get some made.
Yeah, we should, because I'm going. And
I think
then
they have snapback versions of that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I'm going, dude. I got El Paso. Then I think I got a weekend off, and then I think I'm going camping, and I'm trying to hit the beach one more time, so I need that shit. But yeah, thank you guys for everything, man. Appreciate everybody that helped out with the Finishers tournament and help out with us on a daily basis for free. A lot of people doing shit for free, as am I. But that's why, you know, that's why we're getting what we got now, because, you know, that we got that good vibrations. Good vibrations. Happy Monday, motherfuckers. Peace.
Peace.